Hey guys, Marlo back again with another review, and I hope you guys are all doing well, practicing your social distancing and staying safe and healthy, trying to avoid the coronavirus. Anyway, still pretty much practicing myself and only venturing out to pick up essentials, but as I go out, I still can't help but check out the toy aisles, of course, and these are some recent pickups. I got this actually this morning at my local Walmart. I'm not a hardcore collector of the 6-inch black series, but if there's some cool characters that strike my eye, Zori Bliss here, she was one of the more interesting or cooler characters from the last Star Wars movie, so I went ahead and picked her up. I got this in the mail, so I'm gonna do my review on this in a second. And I also picked up the Chatterer here. Kind of stopped my Funko Pop collecting, but thought this was a cool figure. I do have Pinhead, so I figured, what the heck, let's go ahead and add another Cenobite to the collection. So stay tuned for a review, I guess, on most of these, if not all. And last but not least, I got another Ultraman Soft B figure here, vinyl figure, signed by my buddy Mark Nagata. This was put out by his Max Toy Company. And I already did a review on some of the other variants of this Ultraman figure. So again, I'll do another review on this in a little bit. So anyways, let's get going with this review. This will be on the Neca RHINO alien figure. You can see here it's done in that classic style. If you recall any of the classic Kenner artwork from the original line. Here is the back of the box, showing some of the other figures in the collection, some of the Predators there, all inspired again by the classic Kenner figures. And these are figures done in that sort of retro Kenner style, but more modern Predator and Alien figures. The other side of the box, and again that cool artwork there, and this piece reminiscent of the actual classic Rhino packaging. I'll try to insert a photo just to see how it compares with this packaging, so you can take a look at that. And it does have a flap, much like the NECA Ultimate figures. Very cool product image there of the Rhino alien. And let's see if you can get a good look there. A lot of reflection, but hopefully you can make out the figure. It looks pretty huge in the box. And there is also a comic book inside. Again, just kind of hard to make out right now, but yeah, anyways, we'll get this thing open and take a closer look at it, the top of the box there. And last but not least, let's look at the bottom in case you were curious about the credits and the UPC there. So I picked this up on Amazon actually, from the NECA store. Kind of expensive with the shipping, but I haven't been buying as many figures, so I figured I'd bite the bullet and get this in hand now to review for you guys. So anyways, let's get it open and take a closer look at the figure out of package. And here we have the Rhino alien out of package, and I have him standing upright just to give you guys a look at how tall he is in this sort of more human form, I guess, just standing upright. So let's see, let me get my measuring stick just to give you a idea of his height. If he was to stand up like this, he looks like he comes up to about 11 inches tall. Hopefully you can see that. So more or less somewhere around 11 inches tall if you have him standing upright like this, just to give you an idea once again. And of course he's supposed to look more like this, like a regular Rhino on all fours. Here's a look at the inside of the package in case you were curious about that. Interesting little background artwork back there. And here we have the recreation, or the reprint more or less, of the original Dark Horse comics that came with the old Kenner figures. I'll flip through it just real quick to give you guys a look at this story within. Some of the old classic artwork there with the Rhino. Kind of cool. I'm really glad they included this. Just a nice bonus there. And let's see, I think this is the last page maybe. crazy stuff. Oh, there, the last portion there at the back. So cool seeing that. And once again, here is the Rhino alien. Let's take a closer look at the details before I get them all posed up. You can see the horn there at the front of the head, kind of crazy. The translucent dome, of course the tubes that are you know, on most of the Xenomorphs that we know that represent that iconic look. Crazy legs there. And again, just trying to show you guys the details on this guy before we try to get him posed up. You can see the double joints on the knees, the joints there at the ankles. Looks like there's going to be a little bit of a swivel at the chest, so we'll try to get into that a little bit. Of course, he has the working jaws. Alright. Pretty cool. So let me try to get him posed up, get him on his all fours, I guess, and see how he looks posed more like a rhino instead of this more humanoid looking form. And here is the rhino figure. I got him on all fours. Hopefully this is what he's supposed to look like in his more rhino type form. And I don't know, I think he looks alright, kind of funny. Kind of wish the horn here maybe was a little bit longer. That would have been cool to really accentuate that rhino feature. You can see that inner jaw does pop out. And something that I noticed on mine, I mean it was quite obvious, was that the dome was loose. I don't know if it's supposed to come off, but you can see how it's translucent, and that is what it looks like underneath the dome. But for some reason on mine it's loose. There's that little hole there, so fits right over the horn like so. It's kind of annoying. I'll probably use some tacky putty or maybe just glue it down so it stays in place. So I'll figure that out in a little bit. It's not a big deal, quick fix, but yeah, mine was loose. So here's how he looks from a front view. I guess in a charging position. I kind of wish his head could go back a little bit more. That's about as far back as I could get it. But again, on his all fours, that's pretty much how he would look. Let me give you guys a look at some of the articulation now, just to give you guys an idea. Let's see, let me get the camera down. Oops, hold on a second. Stabilize this stuff a little bit more. Alright, hopefully this is coming through okay. I'm going to take this off because this is just really getting in the way. But you can see the inner jaw there. This part pops out to about that long. Jaw's closed. You can see how that looks. The head, like I said, it only goes back about that far. And it goes forward like that. So if you had him again on all fours, he would look kind of like that with the head in the lowest position. And at the furthest back position, basically how I had it earlier, would be like that. Again, it would have been cool if you could push it back even further. The arms do swing out. Again, you might want to heat it up just to be safe. This joint is a little bit tricky on mine, kind of stiff, so I'm going to have to use a blow dryer to warm that up to get the double joints going there. Articulation at the wrists. They fold forward and back, as well as these little fingers there. The legs go out a little bit too. Again, just want to be careful. Don't want to stress it too much and break it. Double joints here at the knees. And at the foot, as we saw earlier, swivel at the waist like so. I think that's more or less it. Did I cover everything? Give you guys a look at the back again. Some of the details there. Again, a really cool alien form, especially if you are a fan of the retro figures by Kenner from back in the day. He looks like he's shot laying flat. Let me get this back on him. but that's the Rhino alien. Laying back, I guess getting ready for bed. And I think that's it. What else can I cover with this guy? Very cool. Let me know what you guys think of this alien. Are you going to pick him up for your collection? What else do they need to make from the old Kenner collection that they haven't done yet? I have to go back and check on what they've missed so far. I wish I had my old figures in hand, but they are in storage. So one of these days I'm going to dig them out and be able to display them side by side, which will be really neat. Anyways, if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Lost my voice there. Take care. Keep on collecting. Stay tuned for future videos by clicking the notification bell somewhere below the video. And what? I guess that's it, guys. Keep on collecting. Take care. Bye-bye.